Hello guys, and welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to be doing another tool review. Alright, welcome back. So today we're doing a tool review of the Central Forge cast iron drill press vise. And here you have a good look at it. Now let me give you some of the stats on this. Like I said, this is Central Forge, which is from Harbor Freight, in case you don't know. It's item number 30999, and it retails for about $17. You can get it cheaper than that, 20% off coupon, or I used a 25% off coupon, so I got it for about $13, something like that, $12, somewhere around there. Anyway, it's supposed to have heavy-duty construction, has replaceable heat-treated steel jaws. The bolt-down sizes, which I'll show you in a minute, are 9/16 openings, and they're about 2 3/4 inches in length. The overall length of it is 6.5 inches, and the width is 8 3/4 inches. I kind of think they have that backwards. That's my opinion. We'll look at it in just a minute, and we'll see who's right and who's wrong. It's a 4-inch vise, and it is a drill press. So let me pull it out, and we'll see how it looks. It is heavy. Comes with instructions, which I don't know what kind of instructions you need on a drill vise, but you know, to each their own. I wouldn't be surprised if it's probably all a lot of safety features, because that's what you got to do nowadays for all the people that want to sue out there. Is just a whole lot of safety instructions. So let's put that aside, and here we go. And like I said, I believe that they have the dimensions backwards, because 6.5 inches length, to me this is length, okay, and that's 8 3/4. So I think they have it backwards. To me, this would be 8 3/4 length, and then 6.5 width. This is width in my opinion. But, you know, you can look at it however you want. That, you know, basically what the dimensions are. 8 3/4 by 6.5. And the screw holes, yes, they are 2 3/4, so that's accurate. So 2 3/4, so you can move it around however you want to. If you want to bolt it down to a platform, your drill press platform, or if you want to put a piece of wood under it, because not all drill press platforms are going to be the same, so it may not fit yours properly. So you can always attach this to a piece of wood, and then attach the wood to the holes of the given platform that you want to use it on. So that's perfectly good there. The jaws are replaceable. Has a convenient little handle here that spins around. So even on a tight area like this, like I couldn't do it here because it would hit the bench, but you can spin it around and open it up using this. The heads are replaceable. I'll open it up and show you in a moment. These are steel, but the body itself is cast iron. One word of warning about that: cast iron is brittle. Do not drop this. If you drop it, it will crack or shatter. So cast iron is prone to breaking. It's not like steel, which is more pliable. So let's open this up and take it all the way to its opening, and we'll measure the width on this. So there it is, open to its maximum capacity, and at its maximum capacity it is 4 1/4 inches in width. So the biggest block of whatever you can put in here would be 4 1/4 inches. That is the biggest opening that it has. So you can easily fit a 2x4 in here, no problem whatsoever, and it'll hold it in place. It'll hold odd objects like this, or you can put a steel rod in there, whatever you need. You want a closer look at the heads on here. Let me put this so you can look at it. That is what the steel heads look like. And they are replaceable, as it says. You got a couple of screws in there, take them off, replace it, no problem at all. So let me close this. Oh, by the way, underneath it, you have a plate with a couple of screws on here, and this is what rotates back and forth. So if you ever needed to, you could always take this off, and the head should come off of here, and you can always, it has a lot of lubricant on it, but you could always clean it, paint it, whatever you need to do. Has a interesting little speckly kind of paint to it, which, it's not too bad. I mean, I always like the traditional red vices, but blue is okay. Some people really like blue. Doesn't matter to me. I'm more interested in the functionality of the device rather than the color that it has. So let's see, if we're going to close this up, let's put this on here and see how it holds it for you. And this is obviously good for a drill press, which is what it's meant to be used for. But I don't have a drill press. I just got it for working on things here on the bench because it is quite heavy. Sometimes you need to hold something, like I'm going to hold this right here, and there, that'll hold it in place nice and tight on there. And let's say I wanted to work on it. This has some good girth to it. It's heavy. I would say, I don't know, it doesn't say on here how heavy it is. Maybe I'll look it up online and I'll post it on the video once I'm editing it. But it is heavy. I'd say, maybe 10 pounds around there approximately, just kind of judging it. So a good 10 pound at least, maybe 12 pounds, somewhere around there. So it's good for holding things in place if you want to work on it and doing stuff with it. I made myself one of these a while back that I'll show you. And I made one out of wood, same principle, and just for holding things when I need to work on it when I don't want to damage something. But it is lightweight. This will not, if you put this down somewhere, and it'll just move around very, very easily. So it's only for holding something, like if you want to paint something or something like that. It'll hold something like a third hand. It'll hold it for you if you want to do something. So it's the same thing. This is a homemade one out of wood, and like I said, the whole purpose is to hold a project for you. That's all it's good for. But this one is heavy. So this one will hold something that you really got to work hard on, cutting it or something like that if you want to do it here, not at my other vise that I have on the other side over there. So it does the job. It's good in this respect. It seems to be fine. The only thing I found about this, looking at it, is that this is why people criticize Harbor Freight stuff as being poor quality. And it shows you right here. Look at this label, Central Forge. You would think the label is something that would be the most important part because that's your name, right? You want to put some pride into that. You want to show your name so other people know what it is. And it's riveted in place, but look at it. It's not even straight. I mean, where is the quality control? Who looked at that and said, yep, I think that looks good to me? Who? Who approved that? I don't know. That thing is so crooked. Anybody could see that. That is just crazy. But you know what? That's Harbor Freight. There you go. That's Harbor Freight. Hey, look, on the other side, that one's straight. And that's just a regular label, precaution label. That one's straight. So how did they get that one straight and the other one crooked? I tell you, I don't know. Harbor Freight stuff, they make me wonder sometimes. And the fit and finish is okay on this. I mean, this is something you're going to be beating on, so it's not too big a deal. But I'll tell you, there's some rough edges along the holes here, which if you can't get a hole in there, I mean, if you can't get your screw bolt, your bolt into there, you may have to file the edges because I feel some rough edges, like it's not finished perfectly. So it's not totally rounded off. I mean, be careful. It can kind of cut you if you're not careful. So when you're going to bolt this down to something, go through with a file and clean it up a little bit. So it'll give you a little bit easier time working with it. But aside from that, it's a vise. It does its job. As you saw, it opens up, it closes up. It seems to be okay. It's heavy. The paint is decent quality. And I would say for $12, $13 with a discount coupon, it's perfectly okay. Perfectly acceptable. You're just going to use it to hold things while you're working on it. So for that, it seems perfectly fine. I don't see too much wobble in the head. You can see there, the wobble is minimal. It moves back and forth adequately. It's not getting jammed or stuck. The wobble is minimal. This over here is obviously secure in place. It's all one body. So this is not bad. It's not like it's really moving a lot. So it's adequate. And it moves freely in its place, going back and forth. As long as you keep it lubricated, you should have no trouble with it whatsoever. So for an inexpensive vise to just beat on and do work at the drill press, I'd say it's perfectly fine. For 12, 13 bucks, sure, why not? Go get it. And save yourself some money. Why spend a ton of money on a much more expensive one? Just be aware of what I told you. Clean up the edges and stuff like that. Keep it lubricated. You can replace the heads with, the clamps with something different if you need to. And it seems to be okay. And don't drop it, because it is cast iron. It'll break, shatter, crack, whatever. So, hope that gives you an idea what you're looking at when you go to buy one of these drills. And look it over when you get it home. Make sure there is no crack on it. Make sure nobody dropped it at the store looking at it or in packaging, because if it is cracked, you definitely want to take it back. If you see a crack running along somewhere, take it back to the store, get yourself a new one. You don't want to start off with a defective product right off the bat. You only got 90 days, so look at it carefully. So hope that gives you an idea what it looks like. Hope you enjoyed the review. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you know when I produce another video. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.